today I'm going to talk about the global management. First of all, I'm going to talk about the global perspective. Hierarchism, which means that you can use your own perspective to look all the world. And I'm going to talk about the four possible global attitudes. The first one is ethnocentric. Second one is polycentric. And the third one is geocentric. And the fourth one is region-centric.
Sorry, teacher.
Yes, sir.
Can you please tell us which means of each?
Okay, no problem. I'm going to explain all these four attitudes. The first one, ethnocentric, is if you have feel that home-centric has best work practices. And the second one, polycentric, is feel that managers in the host country know the best approaches. And the third one, geocentric, means world-oriented field wants to use best practices from around the globe. And I'm going to illustrate these two one. Between these two one, this means the global one. And the region-centric means the specific area one. And next I'm going to talk about the regional trading alliance.
Sorry?
Yeah.
May I ask polycentric?
Oh, no, sir. No problem, sir. Polycentric means that
You put the emphasis on subsidiary company abroad?
yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, may I go on? Okay.
Keep going.
I'm going to talk about the regional trading alliance. The first one is European Union. Hold on. Yeah, this picture. There are 28 domestic nations consist of. The use of this organization means that the trade entity with euro as a single common currency. Yeah. And another organization is this one. Sorry, the wrong one. This one. North America Free Trade Area, which consists of three main countries: Mexican, Canada, and U.S. government. The use of this organization. Oh, so sorry.
Sorry, sir. Can you enlarge the picture?
No problem, sir. I will achieve your dream.
Professor!
Wait a second. It is enough?
Yes.
Okay.
May you explain the purpose of an FTA or EU?
That's what I'm going to say.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm talking about the purpose of an FTA. It's the agreement on comprehensive trade between the three countries. Any questions?
No, sir!
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question. What is the difference between an FTA and EU? What is
Okay.
their targets?
Good question. I'm going to explain this question. Unlike the European Union, the North America Free Trade Agreement is not an agreement that overrides national governments and national laws. Yeah.
Actually, can you explain it again because it's too difficult.
Okay. Unlike the European Union, the NFTA is the agreement, not an agreement that overrides national governments and national laws. Can you figure that?
Yes. I will try my best.
Okay, good job. Then another one is Asian.
Asian what?
South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. and I'm going to talk about other trade alliances. The first one is AU, which means African Union. The purpose of it consists of 55 nations in Africa, political, economic, and military or African political entity. And another one is EAC, which means East African Community. And the purpose is it consists of 6 nations in East Africa, and in 2004 they signed a contract and formed a customs union. And another one is SARC, which means that South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. And they say that it consists of 7 nations of South Asia, a platform established to promote civil friendship, trust, and understanding among the South Asia. And the last one is TPP.
TPP?
Yeah. It's the Trans-Pacific Partnership, and it said that the originally sponsored by members of the Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation Conference, and it is designed to promote trade liberalization in the Asia Pacific region.
Sir?
Yeah.
It is trading alliance.
Yeah.
And before 10 minutes ago,
Yeah.
you have said that global perspective
Yeah.
has 4 terms.
Yes.
And I will ask,
Yes, sir.
these 4 terms and this trading alliance have some connection or anything else?
Yeah, of course. This is just like just I said before. It's like a region centric, but another one is like geocentric.
So,
Yeah.
so global perspective, 4 terms is like a model of EPRG,
Yeah.
the leading of management conception.
Yeah, totally right.
Okay, sir, good.
Good question. Good question. I remember you, James. Hey, any problem?
Sorry, sir.
Yes.
I didn't saw the introduction myself. Why you know my name? Am I popular?
No, because before the class I checked all the students' number and the names, so I know who it is. I have an intelligent memory.
Oh, I know your
Wait, my professor didn't introduce by yourself. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Professor Kong Liu.
Kong Liu!
Liu.
Professor Liu, yeah?
Yes. No. Kong, not Liu.
Okay.
Okay. May I go on? Okay.
Okay, go on.
Next part I'm going to talk about global trade mechanisms. The first one is WTO. Ooh, fuck. WTO, which means the World Trade Organization,
Yeah.
and it consists with 161 countries that deal with the rules of trading among nations. Another one is IMF, which means that the International Monetary Fund. It says that it consists with 188 countries and provides advice, loans, technical assistance. Yeah. Another one, the next one is World Bank Group. We say that WPP. Yes, sir.
Taiwan is a membership in WTO.
Unfortunately, Taiwan is because forced by China, so we have to quit this organization. I'm so sorry for my nation.
Teacher,
Sir?
what's the difference between IMF and World Bank Group?
Good question. I'll have to figure out in the break. I'll talk to you in the break, okay? What? You are teacher? No. Because I.
You don't know that?
No. I know. I totally know that because I have to care about all the students. They know the between.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, no students. They are absent.
Where's
this class.
No. Stay in your class. Because I have to care about all the students, but you are a totally stupid guy. So I can't waste the time with this.
You have to big trouble, Professor.
It's okay. Come and sue me.
Okay, last I'm going to figure out the difference between WTO and IMF. WTO says that it's deal with the rules of trading among nations. But IMF is solve the problem that it provides advice, loans, and technical assistance. Yeah, and that's all the class. Thanks.
It's difference between IMF and World Bank Group.
No.
World Bank Group is like provide financial and technical assistance for developing countries.
Yeah.
And IMF is for all of the world.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And yeah for what? Yeah, I'm a student. I'm asking questions.
Sorry. I didn't explain about the the meaning is that it provides financial and technical assistance to developing countries.
No.
Is that answer to your questions?
IMF is for all of the world.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Smart guys.
Okay, so Professor, where do you come from?
I'm come from Korea.
Korean.
Shibaru Makeska.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your attendance, and I'm going to check the attendance now.
Okay.
James,
Absent.
hey James, have you come inside the classroom? Yeah, I'm James. This is our assistant Peng Yuan.
Okay.
Peng Yuan, Peng Yuan, and I'm Peng Liu, professor, and this assistant. Peng Yuan will help you to serve others problems in classrooms.
Okay.
But I have to find some research to study, so I have something to do. I have to leave now.
Is this customer service center?
No, but
No.
yeah, this is a classroom.
Do I need to pay the extra money for that?
Of course not. It's free. All free. Free. Yeah.
A few moments later.
Yo, any question?
Assistant Yuan.
Yep.
Yeah, I have the question about managing in a global environment. Like, what challenge will a manager face in a now country?
Oh, that is an easy question. I will have 5 of my solution for you. First of all, there are language gap between different countries, so that is one of the issue. Other than that, there are different thoughts and different cultural aspects in different countries. So that is the second problem. And other than that, there are different laws in different countries. So that will be a situation too. And fourth, the low labor wage will cause problems. And you will think why they will cause problems. And they will cause problems because of those blood and sweat laborers. They need to cost their times and earn only a little money, which causes a lot of problems. Like the old days of Taiwan. And the fifth one, and which is the last one, is that there are difference between they may be more competitive to those local firms, so they may force those local firms to shut down, and that is the last one.
And sorry, Professor.
Yep.
Can you tell us that with the advance of technology, something that like global management, could you please tell us the difference between the past and the present?
You mean once again?
Now and
Before, like,
You mean the technology effect of now and before?
and
Yeah.
all of the management in global environment.
As the technology increase, we can use some technology device to use something like FaceTime, and we can have some meetings around the world in the same time, but in different places. And that is one of the advantage of the technology growing. Yeah, and that's the answer of it.
and what is the disadvantage?
Disadvantage is that maybe some of the labor may be replaced by those machine and robots, which cause the laborers can't earn money, and that is one of the issues.
Okay. And I also have a problem. Like, can you help me to explain more specific for economy environment?
Okay, about the economic environment, there's two of them. One of them is the free market economic, which government do not influence the market as much as possible, just like which we have learned in the economic class. And other than that, it is the plain economic, which government will influence largely in the environmental market, just like China. And yeah, that's all for it.
That's all. Okay, the culture, environment, and okay, let's go. Okay, so I also have another problem of the like global, but I only know global, but I don't know exactly what is the meaning of globe. GLB. I saw they have 9 points on PPT.
Yep.
And Professor Jack, he didn't really explain really
Yep.
well. He's
Sounds-
with the bad English, bad accents, and also the bad lecture, and I really don't understand. So can you help me to explain again for the GLB?
The meaning and of detail.
Okay, actually, GLOBE is the global leadership and organization behavior effectiveness. And there are 9 points of it. First of all is the power of the distance. And the second of it is uncertainty avoidance. And the third is the assertiveness. And the fourth is the human orientation. And the fifth is the future orientation. And the sixth is the institution of collection. And the seventh is the gender of differentiation. And the eighth is the in-group collection. And the ninth is performance orientation. And that is the 9 point of it. And you can Google it by yourself because there's too much to say about it.
Yes, but I cannot remember all these 9
Yeah, but
points.
you can find it out, figure it out by yourself.
It's too hard, dude.
You have set 3 orientation,
Yes.
like future orientation and human orientation, and another one is
In-group, no, performance orientation.
Performance orientation. Okay.
Yep. And as we finish this chapter, let's do a short discussion about this
Okay.
between you two of them. Let's do it.
Okay, I think like now we need to discuss about the global management in today's world. Like I think the challenge of the openness is like most of the country they're in the, like for example Taiwan, America, United Kingdom, they have the lots of the cultural difference, not only in the thinking, also the manner, like the cultural difference will impact a lot of the today's management. So so I think this kind of the barrier and another obstacle that the manager need to overcome it, because yes, that is what my opinion. And also I remember like because I was exchange students like 2 years ago I think, and I went to Italy, and that's the management and the management skill that you need to use a different way, because like in Italy you speak the Italian, not the English or the Chinese. So I think for this one it's like the assistant said about the management in global environment, that's the language problem will be a biggest issue for the nowadays. And what is your opinion about the challenge of the openness?
Of my opinion, I thought that I'm a China's boy, and between China and Taipei, like 50 blue is Wushilan, and Taipei 50 blue has number 1, and China's 50 blue no number 1 beverage. So there's a culture bias between these two countries and these two cities. And what should I say now? It's cultural gap. You know cultural gap. And how about you?
Okay, and like I mentioned like a few seconds, I say the language gap and also the cultural gap, like my own experience, and also different law because like in every country that the law is different, like obviously. So I think it's also the obstacle for the global management. And the low labor wage cause problem of the blood and sweet labor. That the wages of the low labor, like in Taiwan, this is the biggest problem. Like for the part-time job only get the $150. It's the wages kind of really low. And then the other country, the wages might have a different problem and different wages. So it might cost how they do the goal management, how they do the well management. So I think like these 4 points, I mentioned 4 points and he mentioned 1 point. So I'm better than him. So I think that is our conclusion and discussion.
That's a good discussion between two of you, and you can walk out of this course. And then I will try to help two of the other students, which is.
Yeah, I know, Daniel and Henry, right? Just skip the class today.
Yes.
I think their score will going down, like your life.
Teacher, am I good?
Yes.
No, I'm not good. No, I'm not good.
Yes, you are good.
I didn't comprehend anything, and I didn't catch up.
Oh,
all
wait.
night.
Unless you work out this course.
Oh,
Okay.
Thank you, professor.
Okay, class dismissed.
Okay.
Let's go.
Alright, so we have a test next week, and I think I have some point that I cannot understand.
Okay, and this is my notes for the course I have written it, and I think you can do it first.
Alright.
So do you have something you don't understand?
Yes, and I don't understand what is licensing.
Licensing. Okay. Licensing is an organization that gives another organization the right to make or sell its product using its technology or product specifications. And this is the meaning about licensing. Do you understand now?
I think I still can understand.
Okay, then I explain it in a simple way. Licensing is when you allow someone else to sell your products and both receive a fee from the person duplicating your business or selling your product. And do you understand now?
Yeah, and how about franchising?
Franchising is an organization gives another organization the rights to use its name and operating methods. And I think for licensing and franchising, these two now is very difficult. So I tell you the Chinese, and maybe I think you can understand more.
Alright.
Franchising in Chinese is 特许经营, and licensing is 授权经营. And so do you understand these two, between these two?
Yes, I understand after you told me the Chinese.
Okay. So anything else you don't understand after you look my notes?
I think I also have some confused about strategy, alliance, and joint venture.
Okay, for strategy alliance is a partnership between an organization and foreign company partners in which both share resources and knowledge in developing new products or building product facilities. And for joint venture is a specific type of strategy alliance in which the partner agree to form a separate independent organization for some business purpose. And after listening my explaining, can you give me some example about the joint venture?
I think yes. I just saw a news, and one of the famous Japanese barbecue company named Ganbei, they use this way to combine another famous Japanese ramen company, Ifonka, and they use this way to get more profit. And people can eat the ramen in the barbecue store, and I think it is very attractive. It makes people to make a pilgrimage.
Okay, yeah, you are right. Like Ganbei, that you have said, Ganbei Ganbei and Yifengtang. They do this way as joint venture, and this way let them achieve the global management, and it also reduces the risk of the management. And for this course, it has another main point, like foreign subsidiary. Foreign subsidiary is directly investing in the foreign country by setting up a separate and independent production facility or office. And this is all about this course. Do you understand now?
Oh yeah.
Hope you can do well in your term and examination.
Everybody say pussy and keep it going. Hey, I just got home from getting some pussy. Got your main hoe, but we share that pussy. Drip, 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 got it dripping out of pussy. Waterfall, kinda juicy. Pussy. I'ma go deep in the pussy. Put the condom on, don't ski in the pussy. Hey, I be sucking like a leech in the pussy. Hey, man, God bless you, I'ma preach to the pussy.